Grant is one of the best ways you can get capital for your business. Now, as exciting as this sounds, grants will not come begging. Not literally begging, but you need to show that you deserve the funds. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you how to write a winning grant pitch or proposal for your business. Hey guys, welcome to Expert NG, a platform where entrepreneurs in Nigeria and Africa can find business-related information relevant to our uniqueness as a people. You also get the opportunity to ask an expert questions that are related to your business, your startup, entrepreneurship, or your finance, and you would get answers for that. I go by the name Mac-Ann, M to the A to the C to the A to the double N-E, and I'm always excited to be your host on this show. Grants are free funds that government and individuals and even organizations usually give to individuals to start up their business. And because it is usually free, it attracts a lot of interest from all and sundry. This makes it highly competitive. Now, government and other grant-giving organizations usually requires the grant applicant to write a pitch or a proposal. The question now is, how do you write the pitch that would get you the grant? Or what should you include in your proposal writing or your pitch to make you stand out? Now, that is what we would cover in today's video. The first thing to do is to begin with a story that presents the problem. Now, the people reviewing your pitch have several other pitches to review. If you bore them from the start, they will drop your pitch like it is hot. So you need to tell a story that depicts the problem you are trying to solve and how your products can solve the problem. Furthermore, you want your audience to be able to relate with your story. To achieve this, you need to have an in-depth idea of who the customers of your product are. Know their everyday struggles and challenges and infuse them in your story. Next is you should know the organization giving you grants. Know the kind of grants they give and what they are passionate about. Now, by the time you merge these two, the knowledge of your audience and also the organization giving you grants, fuse them into a story and tell it from the beginning and captivate the heart of your reviewers. Number 2 is to review the solution. The next step after presenting your problem in a story is to talk about the solution your product is offering. Go on and tell your investors in details the unique features of your product. Describe in details how your product will solve the problem. Give them every details they need to know, but keep it as short and as precise as possible because you don't want to bore your investors and those reviewing your pitch. Number 3, tell them the market your product targets. It will be delusional for you to think that everyone across the globe is your potential customers. No, you need to make your research about your target customers and show your investors that you know who they are. Include that in your pitch or your proposal. Number 4, talk about the successes you've recorded so far. Before you ask for 5 talents, you need to tell us what you have done with 1 talent. Now tell your investors what you have been able to achieve with the limited resources available to you. Don't be afraid to blow your trumpet. Talk about the product you've launched. Talk about the partnership you've made. Talk about the milestone you have achieved. Talk about it in your pitch because it will boost your credibility for them to know that if you were faithful in the little resources you had, that is, if they invest in your business, in your product, you are going to do better. So don't be afraid to share your success story. Make sure you include it in your pitch and your proposal. Number 5, marketing strategy and business model. Now, when it comes to finance, investors are quite skeptical because they don't know what you would do about your finances. Now, you need to let them know how you plan to market your business or your product, how you plan to reach your target audience or your target customers, how the sales is going to come in. So you need to have a business model that shows them the step-by-step how you're going to achieve that. You need to prove to them that there is a hungry market, there's a hungry customers waiting for your products to come, and then you would convince them about that. So your business model should focus on pricing and also showing them the target market that is eagerly waiting for the release of your product to solve their problem. So that should be, what your business model should portray to your investors. Number 6, introduce your team. Your grant pitch would fail if you don't introduce your team, because people invest in people first of all before ideas. Your introduction should go beyond just listing their names and their skills. It needs to talk about their experience, their achievements, and why they are the best fit to be on your team for that product. Imagine if one of your partners has formerly worked with Paystack, Paystack that went global. You need to talk about it. Let them know that, one of your partners or one of your team members have worked with Paystack, has worked with all these top fintech companies. That is, if you have anyone who have that kind of achievement, let them know, because it will prove the credibility of your team and show that you have competent hands who are willing and available, to launch that product or that service. Number 7, state your specific funding needs and your future projections. Be specific about your funding requirements and your future projection, because when you are specific about that, listing this is what you want, it shows that you are serious about what you want. There are some items you need to be specific about in relation to your funding needs. One of them is be specific about how much money has already been invested in your firm. Also, the names of the investors and their ownership percentage. You should also describe in details what you need to go up to the next level for your business, and also the purpose of the fund and the expected outcome. Investors want to know your projected outlook for the future in terms of finances. Make sure to share your projected revenue for each product within the next 2 to 4 years. So include all that in your pitch and your proposal. Number 8, practice your pitch. Don't think that knowing your business alone is, it's the only requirement for you to give an effective presentation. Don't even think that the fact that you have a beautiful slide or visual is all you need to give a beautiful pitch. No, you need to prepare, you need to practice, and also remove as many irrelevant things as you are preparing for your pitch. In conclusion, no matter the feedback or the outcome of your pitch, be willing to take feedback and apply them where they are necessary. Also, do not hesitate to ask for feedback from your investors or the panelists that you're pitching before them. And when they give you feedback, keep them in mind. And also importantly, if it's a physical pitching or a physical presentation, make sure you go with a team member who would write down the recommendations, the observations, and the feedback, and do well to apply them in the next round or in your business. We are constantly rooting for you. Please, if you found this video insightful, I want you to please like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out of the content we bring to you every week. If you've got any question, please drop them in the comment section. And also, for more details or for more business tips and articles to help your business, do want to visit our website at www.expert.ng/blog. Till I come your way again same time with another insightful video, I remain Mark Ann. Subscribe right away.